Have you ever heard of sales funnels? Probably so. You've clicked this video. Well, if you've had a sales funnel, you probably have realized that they're a little harder to get working than they make you believe when you're seeing their ads to buy their sales funnels. Imagine that. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to avoid costly sales funnel failures so that you're not spending a lot of time and money just to feel frustrated and feel like you're failing. So take some notes and remember to keep on taking actions to amplify your business. So here's the first thing. Number one, you need to know that there are no silver bullets. There are a lot of people out there who are selling a service such as a sales funnel or some online platform or maybe some program, and they make it seem like you can get rich overnight, right? That's the dream. And there's no silver bullet. Now, there's frameworks and there's formulas and there's strategies that can help you be more efficient and effective. There's tools that can be really powerful, but it's not like you just flip a switch and everything just works. If that was the case, there'd be a lot of millionaires all over the place. It takes effort. Marketing takes effort. You got to test, measure, and continually optimize until you're getting the ideal result. If you don't continually optimize, then you're not going to get the ideal result. That's why I've doubled down as a certified digital marketer trainer and optimizer. So I work with people to optimize their business. And here are some of the mistakes that you can avoid if you're looking to get a sales funnel out there. Number one is a muddy message. Bueller, blah, right? What? If you're saying something and your message isn't dialed in, speaking to your ideal customer, it's not clear the value that you provide, the path that people need to take, the actions that they need to take. If it's not clear and people are little Johnny you all the time, what? They're not going to have the patience for that. They'll look at what you have to offer. It won't make sense. And they'll what? And say what again? Right? It's just not going to land. You've got to have a really clear message. Okay. Really clearly understand who your ideal customer is. What are their challenges? How can you provide value to them and their challenges? And then making sure that you're being clear on the next steps. So, messaging really is what marketing is all about. It's got to be really clear. And if you don't have a dialed in message, then your marketing's going to have challenges. So, you want to work with someone that can help you with that so you can get your marketing message dialed in and it could hit the nail on the head. Because if you ever tuned into an advertisement that just, it's like they were speaking into your soul, you're like, they get exactly what my challenge is. And they've got a solution that's exactly what I want. That's a really dialed in marketing message. Probably can at least relate to that at least one point in time in your life. Number two, no clear path or plan. So you have marketing message, maybe it's good, but then where are we going? You can see the shining here. There's the little maze of trees. If people don't know where they're going, or they have too many options, it's too confusing, they could get overwhelmed and then they're not going to take action. So this is like, I don't know how many ice cream cones are on the screen, but there's a lot. And if you overwhelm people, they might just go with vanilla, or maybe they just won't do anything at all. So you got to have and communicate that you've got a plan for people and that there's a path for getting things done. Tell them what the process is, lay it out for them. Say, all right, first thing you need to do is take this action. Next, here's what we're going to do. And then finally, we're going to end up here. So maybe it's fill out the online form, schedule a consultation. We'll give you a roadmap and you can choose the best solution for you then, as an example. So you got to be really clear on where you're guiding people. Otherwise, people may not follow your lead. Number three, this is a big one. This may be an eye opener for you. Sequence matters, right? Now, have you ever been single in your life? Of course. We've all been single, right? So we were out there in the club, and maybe we were getting our groove on. But if you're trying to meet people and you come across too quickly, what tends to happen? You push people away, right? If you're like, hi, nice to meet you. Would you like to come to my parents' house this weekend and meet my parents? It's going to be too much too quickly. On the other hand, right? If you are looking at people, staring at them, and then looking away when they look at you, it's too little. So that doesn't work either. So too much trying to propose, no, it doesn't work. If you're trying to meet people, you need to engage with them. You need to understand them. You need to build some trust and rapport, and then get them to take the next step with you. So when you're asking and connecting with somebody, maybe you're putting out a message on social media. One mistake I see a lot of people make is they're trying to sell their product or service as soon as they meet someone. That is obnoxious and it pushes people away. However, if you don't do anything to progress the relationship, is it going to go anywhere? Probably not. So you need to have a process that gets people to take the next step on the journey. Sequence matters. And details matter. You want to make sure that you're doing something that is going to be effective. If you're looking at something that you want to put out there in the world, you're putting out there an ad, or you're putting out there copy, or maybe it's a photo, and you think you've got everything worked out, those small details, those little differences can have a big difference in the final outcome. So if you're crafting your sales funnel and you don't have the targeting really dialed in on who you're speaking to, or maybe your marketing message isn't quite refined to speaking to your ideal customer, or maybe you're not really clear on what the pathway is, or you haven't communicated what the value that you provide is, then you may be missing the ingredients or doing things out of order and you're not getting quite the result. Even though it looks similar, it's not going to get the desired result. Does it make sense? So those small little details can have a big difference. So what do you do? Right? Number one, you got to identify your target audience. Really understand who you're trying to reach, what their challenges are, what they desire, what their pains are, what they seek. Okay. And then I just said that. Who is your target audience? And then identify their challenges and wants. Okay. We are in number two. And then when you would know what they want, you create an offer, something of value that gets them to raise their hand. You're not trying to sell them something right here and there. You're just trying to get them to raise their hand and share their contact information for something of value. On the right, you see the customer value journey screen, certified through digital marketer, and then share with them that you have a plan. You're going to say, this is the steps we need to take in order for you to get where you're trying to go. Share with them the plan and call them into action. Guide them to the next step on the journey. So when you're speaking to your target audience, communicating against the challenges they have to the wants that they desire, creating an offer to get them to take the next step, sharing with them what's going to happen after that, and then calling them into action, that's how to get a sales funnel working. Okay, so you've got to have those steps in place. And again, the software is not a silver bullet. You can expect to launch the software and it's just going to work. You've got to put some focus and attention, really optimizing each key point. And if you're not certified in those different areas, if you don't have the expertise in those different areas, you want to work with a guide that can help look at those things, look at all those different elements with a fresh perspective. And it's going to take a little bit of adjusting in order to get those ingredients and steps just right so you can get that right outcome. So if you've found something that has worked for you to dial in your sales funnel and get it working, producing a great ROI, feel free to put that in chat. If you have particular questions you'd like to learn more, please put that in chat as well. We appreciate all likes and supports and growth amplifiers. And if you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe to our channel. Find Growth Amplifiers at growthamplifiers.com.